Good morning, everyone. It's 19th Feb, 7 a.m. Let's start with the analysis for the day. Let's see what happened on the daily time frame and let's save this. Okay. So previous day high is here. Previous day low is here. Weekly low has been tapped. Weekly high has not been tapped. Previous day high is here. Previous day low is here. So also the closing, what is the highest high of this red candle here? It's 24,922.25. What is the closing of this green candle? Is 24,937. Yeah, which is 15 points higher than 15 points higher than previous days Tuesday's high. So let's start with journaling part. Today is 19th Feb 2026. It is 7:01 a.m. What are we writing? What is the daily bias? Daily bias is bullish closing, daily candle close, 15 points higher than Tuesday's high. Okay, now let's move on to a 4-hour time frame and let's see what's happening on a 4-hour time frame. Okay, so on a 4-hour time frame, what we can see is that it has taken a swing high. It has taken a swing high and is moving down. It has taken a swing high and it is moving downside. So where are the swing lows? Previous day low is one of the swing low. This low here, 24,450, is one of the sell side liquidity level on a 4-hour time frame. Previous day low is also one of the, now this was buy side liquidity that has been tapped and it has been reversed. So what we'll write on a 4-hour time frame: internal swing high taken and rejection. In such cases, if this starts flowing down, which means this liquidity high is taken. Now if this fails, then the price will tend to move to take this liquidity and eventually this liquidity level. So on a 4-hour time frame, we are slightly bearish. If rejection holds, we are bearish on 4-hour time frame. Okay, we also have to see that there is another swing low right here, which is sell side liquidity right here. And if this bullish structure continues, then after taking out this low, it should be heading up higher and taking out previous day's high. Now in because the daily candle closed slightly above Tuesday's high, we are still looking for we still have a bullish condition open. Okay, what can we see here? Accumulation. If the candle closes below, and if we see a rejection on 1 minute time frame, we'll be looking for this accumulation high. Okay, London. Okay, now let's move on to a 15-minute time frame. 15-minute time frame says Asia session was consolidation. High has been taken and low has been taken. So let's write it out. 15-minute Asia consolidation. High taken, low taken. London session says that the price has displaced downside. Now strong displacement downside. Now London high is open, high is still open, and low has been taken. So this also gives us one good thing, that the price can go higher. Daily bias. Now daily bias is bullish. 4 hour has taken out one of the small swing low, which is the sell side liquidity that we have marked here. If this pulls hold here, then we will be able to see London session high taken, and eventually previous day's high also getting taken. But before taking anything into consideration as of now, we have to remember that the London session has displaced downside. So currently, until and unless on a 15-minute time frame, if we do not see any structure change, we are not interested in any longs, because there are sell side open here. See this wick here. This wick here says the same story. This wick has liquidity here. Asia session low is also one of the liquidity level. Okay, let's move on to 1 minute time frame. So what is actually happening? What is actually happening? The price in London session is moving pretty good. It's accumulating for a while, moving downside. Accumulation, moving downside. So on a 1 minute time frame, there are wicks, but I don't see a lot of wicks. This is just normal behavior of the market. So 1 minute is equal to not choppy, clean moves, and today it should be a tradable market. Now let's check on to the news. Let's check the news. What do we have today? So first of all, we have on the news side, we have 8:30. At 8:30, US initial jobless claims and US trade balance. So it's initial jobless claims. Then we have a 10 US pending home sales change month on month. That can, so at 10 home sales So what is actually happening into the market right now? Okay, so on a 1 minute time frame, we'll just start marking out these levels. If this low or sell side liquidity was taken, not closed correctly, then this fair value gap inversion. Per fair value gap, nothing is closed above yet. Now it has closed, so now it becomes bullish inverse fair value gap. No trades for us right as of now. No trades for us as of now. There has to be a strong displacement. There has to be a strong displacement like this kind of, see how it was a fair value gap and it was displaced strongly higher. That is the kind of move that I'll be watching if we want to go higher. But as always, where is the market heading? The market has headed like displacing downside. It hasn't, like, of this consolidation, it hasn't closed above it or below it yet, which means there is still some chances that the price can still chop. Okay, on a 15-minute, this was one of a fair value gap, but it's just looking for 15-minute structure, internal, external. See how this is liquidity sweep, but there was no structure breach here. Buy side liquidity has been grabbed. We're not taking that. What we have right now is buy side liquidity up here and a previous day's high. We're going to wait for the market to give us some good opportunities. Price has been displacing downside, strong downside moves. So if there's accumulation right here, we would be happy to see the price break close above here and then reject for this low. See, on a 15-minute time frame, when it has displaced, it left this fair value gap, this fair value gap, this fair value gap, which means there's a strong selling downside. On a 4-hour time frame, we can see that it took up this internal swing high and is rejecting. Price could be moving towards 24, 449 or 450, 449.25. Yeah. Yeah. 449.25. Price could be moving here. So instead of us taking all the bullish trade until the market gives us a good market structure shift on a 15-minute time frame, we are still bearish bias. you have to understand why we are not going long or going short. The price is kind of accumulating right up here. On a 15-minute time frame, it did not close above any of this accumulation zone, like this high, accumulation high and accumulation low. On a 1-minute time frame, it kind of did, but this is not sufficient. Hence, I'm looking for, so what could price do? There's this fair value gap right up here. There is this order block right up here. What price can do is it went like this. Now it can tap into this, reject, and can come down to this low. So this is the kind of trade that we are waiting for. That doesn't mean we go long till this bare fair value gap. It's all about waiting. This 1 minute has closed like in a good way. This could be a good reversal here. Yeah, this bull fair value gap has been inversed to a bear inverse fair value gap. If this candle closes below, then it's good, great. We will get an opportunity to go short. There's no candle closing here on a 1 minute time frame. We have initial jobless claims coming in 1 hour, 50 or 58 minutes. Yeah, this candle closed below that fair value gap, which should trigger $18 points of stop loss with the target being 60 points. Yeah, 60 points target. This is a good displacement higher side. I would just close this trade right here, not wait for the whole stop loss. Good displacement on the higher side. I think we should be moving to 30-second time frame. I'll be able to show you a lot of trades. So what happened was there was this break block, bull breaker block, and there was a fair value gap right up here. And 15 minutes still has not closed up higher. This just indicates that the AMD is still waiting. There is one of the fair value gap right up here, but it has been tapped into before, so let's just take that out. There's an order block up there. Yep. Now that 15 minute has closed slightly higher than this. Not strong, slightly higher than this.
Very good.
So if you want to look for a continuation trade, you want to see the liquidity sweep first, and then either bullish inverse for value gap, or like inverse for value gap, or break a block, order blocks, stuff like that. For continuation, what is price doing as of now? It has taken on a 4-hour time frame, it has taken this liquidity. 15 minutes also the same sell side liquidity has been grabbed. Price is closed below that and it's moving higher, but what I'm seeing is the London session, the displacement is downside. The price has been consolidating for a while, and so I'm looking for this AMD model. I'm looking for this AMD model to work. Let's see what ES is doing. So ES has done the same thing, accumulation, manipulation high, and it should be heading lower. So NQ, we can expect the same thing from NQ. Price is not moving that much, so that's hesitating to move even 1 to 2 points. Not a good time for trade. We might see volatility at 8 and 8:30 for sure at initial jobless claims data. Let's quickly do the analysis of yes. Previous day high, come down, previous day's low, go to a 4-hour time frame. Definitely there's this buy side liquidity, internal low liquidity, same thing, bear breaker block, go to a 15-minute time frame, slowly moving higher. There is one of the fair value gap right up here. Yeah, I think the price movement here is not that great, still chopping a lot. Yeah, that was a good buy, came down. London session has displaced downside, might probably continue to. Still there is no fair value gap, there's no bullish, there's bearish inversion or bearish fair value gap right up here, so we still do not have trade on a 1-minute time frame. Let's go to EF, let's see 1-minute time frame. Still the same. Price is taking out stop losses. Now I would just keep this stop loss to break even now. If the price wants to continue to move downside, we will wait for the price to go down, but the stop loss is at break even now. No more loss in this trade. Not booking profit here. No partial exits as of now. I'll be taking partial exits at 24,847, which is here. Stop loss is at break even. No more loss in this trade. Twenty 24 minutes till initial jobless claims. Partial exit. No more loss in this trade. We'll wait for the price to hit our target lower right here, right? No more loss. Stop losses at break even. We're not taking loss in this trade now. Price wants to continue, it can continue downside. We'll just wait for the price to do its thing. We have taken up 50% here at the first target. 5 minutes is going down, 15 minutes is going down, 4 hours getting red. I should be heading downside. Yeah, we want to make sure this liquidity sweep. We have exited 50% of our quantity right here at 24,847. My stop, now my break even is right here. Stops in stop is trailing stop loss is now in profit. It's here 24,625, 24,864.75 right here. We are not losing in this trade anymore. We'll wait for the price action to show us either an inversion or something, or it could directly hit our trailing stop loss, but we're still holding this trade. We'll wait for the target to be achieved at 24,813 or whatever the low of this candle is, which is 814 right up there. Price is choppy right now. It's not moving the way it was in the morning, and it's getting difficult for me to judge the entry, like judge the exits, or like who is failing, who's winning right now. See a lot of wicks from the upper side as well as from the lower side. We have our trailing stop is at 24,864.75. We do not want to close this position in loss. Our break even let price do its thing. If this buying fails, then we'll be able to see the move downside. Unfortunately, there is no fair value gap or things like that, which I can say that if this fair value gap gets inverse, then we'll be looking for more downside. There's no fair value gap in bear side as well as the bull side. Price is just slowly and gradually going downside. On a 30-second time frame, we have this fair value gap right here. It's getting respected. My trailing stop is still here. If this fair value gap gets inversed, then we might be able to see another move downside. The draw on liquidity right now is 24,813 because of this AMD model. Should be able to see the price move downside if this candle 30-second candle closes below this fair value gap. 15-minute candle closes in 10 seconds. Still red, everything's still red. Yeah, the candle did close below this fair value gap now. Should be looking for a downside move. So we're claiming this fair value gap. See how there is one on the fair value gap right up here. We've taken another entry in this fair value gap. Now the stop loss is, and the trailing stop loss is right up here. A lot of lower side wicks and higher side wicks, which simply means that a lot of stop losses like this accumulation. You should be able to see the price move down till 814. Stop loss should be at break even after you hit it here. This is where you take break even. Okay, still have not done that part. Stop loss is at break even. We entered at this fair value gap, 30-second fair value gap, with the stop loss of just 6 points, against which we are getting 1:3. We got 1:3. Okay, now what are we watching now? We are watching this fair value gap right up here. If we do not want to see this fair value gap inversed, we'll be exiting our position if this fair value gap gets inversed. The draw on liquidity is 24,813 because of AMD low, accumulation, manipulation high, and it's going down. Condensation displacement was downside, and we are still taking short side preference. Price should be moving lower. It's hitting all the target. It's continuously taking out lows. We are 16 points away from our target. 17 points away from our target. Price action is too choppy. Now this fair value gap has not been tapped in, which gives the price room for it to go up higher. If it takes out liquidity, there are chances that it can inverse this fair value gap. Stop loss is at break even. Break even is right up here. Trailing stop is now here. There is no loss for us here. Let's see what's happening on a 1 minute time frame. The draw on liquidity is still here. We just want to manage our risk. Price can take out our break-even stop loss before. Price has tapped into this fair value gap. We're watching this fair value gap. If this fair value gap gets inverse, then we will be exiting the position. I've closed my full position here. Price action is too choppy. We will get another trade once the news is out. If we see volatility, we'll be able to take another trade. On this, even if we would have taken 5 MNQs, it would have been $400. You have to understand the draw on liquidity. The draw on liquidity is one of the most important thing for you to be able to frame a trade. And what did I notice here? That there was an AMD right here on a 15-minute time frame. It did manipulate low before, but it did not close correctly. Now this is one of the good closing above here. Here there's wick, this, and the draw on liquidity. This is why I was shorting. It closed above this AMD high, which was manipulation. It came down. It was inverting all the fair value gaps, like bull fair value gaps here. And on a one minute time frame, when we see on a 1 minute time frame, we saw this bull fair value gap getting inversed, and that's where we entered. Stop loss was at 24,889 or 890, which is 17-18 points of stop loss. As of now, we are up 47 points from that. Once you understand the drawn liquidity, it will be easy for you to hold. Here is the full target and we should be out here. This one was a good trade. 1:3.2, risking 200. You could have made 600 here, especially if we are trailing here, so it's not about 600, it will be somewhere lower than that. But if you would have taken this full trade completely, where entry and exit, so this is important. You have to understand what the price is doing. Where is the drawn liquidity? Why is that a drawn liquidity? So AMD accumulation, manipulation high, and distribution lower. So this is the reason. Now once you have this drawn liquidity, you just find reason to enter the trade. It could be bearish fair value gap, it could be fair value gap, inverse fair value gap, it could be breaker block, order block, and stuff like that. This was a good trade. We were not in much drawdown here. The price action was choppy on a 30-second time frame, but on a 1-minute time frame it's pretty good. We entered here and then we entered here again on a 30-second time frame, because for the price to move down, it always invites bull for the price to move down. Whenever you get this, and whenever this bull setup fakes out or bull setup fails, that is when you enter the short again, because your drawn liquidity is lower. This is your second entry. If you miss the first entry, this is your second entry. Also, there was this third entry right here. Price was moving down. See how cleanly the price moved down. There you go. If you understand the flow of the price, then it becomes easier for you to take trades in that direction. That is one of the important part. Oh, I did. I executed my plan. I took out partials here. I re-entered here, but I exited the full quantity here. The price action is too choppy as of now, and there is a news coming in 2 minutes. So I don't want to be in any kind of position as of now, as market can create big candles. Finding out this kind of trades is important. If you learn to find out this kind of trades, you eventually will learn to execute them better. Once you start finding out these kind of trades and you see them in live market, you'll start gaining confidence. I did follow my plan. I exited here because the second entry, like the first target should be here and the second should be here. As I said, there is a news coming in, so I don't want to be in any kind of position. You always have to look at the conditions. There's always another trade. There's always another day to trade the market. The markets are here forever. News coming out in 5 seconds. The general tendency should be moving downside because of this displacement lower on a 15-minute time frame, 5-minute time frame, 4-hour time frame. It's better to be out of trade. Any kind of news, the candles that comes out, like if there's a news candle comes out, it always depends on the price action, what is happening. But the wicks are the ones that will do the damage. I've seen, like, if this AMD model has initiated and if there was news right here, then it would have just given the profit first and then taken out the stop loss. Could be, but price action generally completes its cycle. Like if it has taken out liquidity higher and it's supposed to take out the liquidity lower, then even if there is a news, it will take out the it will give us the target first before taking us out of break even. Looking at the price action, I'm not interested in trading, as I always tell. Market will give you at least 3 days of great trading days, and I think Monday was bank holiday, but it still gave us like a good setup on Monday. Same thing happened on Tuesday as well as yesterday. So market has already given us 3 days of good opportunities, and I don't want that I try to take money out of market when I know that it could shop. As of now, even in this news, it did not move much. It's just that there's not much enough volatility right now. We can wait for the price. We can wait for the price to, like, we can wait for the market open at 9:30. We can wait for the market open at 9:30. Once it opens, if we see good volatility, then we might enter. We might look for trades only after 9:45. So see, this is what I was this is what I was saying. There was this accumulation. Why was I shorting NQ? So there was this consolidation on a 15-minute time frame on ES, whereas it manipulated higher first and then it was ready to go down. It also took out one of this internal swing high. It's very small, but it's still internal swing high. It took out this internal swing high. It manipulated of this AMD up higher, then it should be heading downside. At the same time, NQ was also doing the same kind of thing. Hence I was looking for shorts. Because ES was supporting the lower side, we were looking for shorts on MNQ. Okay, so this is a good trade. eventually we'll reach to a level where we'll just initiate the full trade and we'll execute the full trade. True. Five 1972041. Yeah, We're closing the day for the stream today. We've seen some of the volatility coming in here. As of now, there's no setup anymore. If you want to see, then there's this bearish fair value gap right up here. If we see inversion of this, or if we move to a 30-second time frame, if we see this inversion, which we did, we can enter short here. The stop loss 26 points, targets being lower 58 points. Same trade that we took there. There's this bearish fair value gap here, the fair value gap here. This is bearish inverse fair value gap here. It's the same thing. Stop should be at break even once it hits this low, which is dead. So the stop should be at break even. There's not much risk here now. The stop should be at break even. Wait for the price to move on its own now. we're not risking much. Let's let the price action do its thing. Wait for see this level. This could be become a support. I'm closing the full position here right now. Yep, this was also another good scalp. If you see on a 30-second time frame, this will become a breaker block. Now there is this fair value gap, bare fair value gap. If the price closes higher, it can inverse. Hence I exited the position here. It was a small scalp. $15. Yeah, we almost got 28, 1:2, almost 28. We're going to close the day here today. The price has started moving, but I've already scalped a couple of trades. Should be good enough for the day. See you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. Won't trade. I won't be trading tomorrow, depending on the price action. If the price action is moving good, like see how there's a lot of chop today. If we get a good price action tomorrow, we will still be available for trade. But generally, we should be avoiding Fridays. Fridays are generally the days when price action is kind of messy. It takes out, it looks for stop losses. This week has been good. It has been giving us a lot of setups. All the setups have been working pretty good. So yeah, there it is. Thank you for watching. See you guys tomorrow. Have a great day at trading. Do not overtrade. Markets are here forever. There's always an opportunity. And there's also one good saying, there's no trade is also a position. Okay, see you guys tomorrow.